Hey there, fellow chess lovers. Welcome to another exciting episode of our YouTube channel dedicated to all things chess. I hope you're all doing well and feeling ready for some chess action. Today we're going to be analyzing a game that's bound to keep you on the edge of your seat. So sit back, grab your favorite snack, and get ready to enjoy the show. Today, we have an exciting game between Majestic playing as white, and Ikwan_Nazir playing as black, on chess.com. Let's dive into the game. The game starts with the moves 1, e4 e5, and we have the classical opening of e4 e5. Both players are following the principles of chess, which is to control the center with pawns. The game continues with 2, nf3 nc6, 3, nc3 d6, and 4, bc4 nf6, and we see that both players are developing their pieces harmoniously, leading to 3 knights opening. The 3 knights opening is a popular chess opening that begins with the moves 1, e4 e5 2, nf3 nc6 3, nc3. It is so named because both sides develop their knights early in the game. This opening is often considered a quieter and more positional alternative to more aggressive options like the Sicilian defense or the King's Gambit. By playing nc3, white aims to control the center and prepare for further development, while also avoiding some of the complications and risks associated with other openings. Black, on the other hand, can choose to respond with moves like 3, nf6, developing a piece and challenging white's control of the center, or 3, g6, preparing to fianchetto their bishop and create a solid defense. Overall, the 3 knights opening offers both players a chance to develop their pieces and position themselves for the middle game, while avoiding some of the sharp tactical lines that can arise in other openings. It is a solid and flexible choice for players of all levels, and understanding its nuances can help improve your overall understanding of chess strategy and tactics. Continue to the game, white plays 5, d3 h6, and it seems like a prophylactic move, preventing any potential bishop check on g5 by black. However, black doesn't seem to be interested in checking the bishop and instead chooses to improve the position of their knight with 6, n4. The game continues with 7, b3 nx f3 plus 8, qx f3 bg4, where black gains a tempo by attacking the queen. White moves the queen to g3, and black continues with 9, h5, trying to create weaknesses in white's pawn structure. At move 10, we see black trying to bring their queen into the game with a potential queenside attack. White responds with 10, h3, preventing any potential knight jump to g4. Black continues with 11, qd7, preparing to castle on the kingside, while white responds with 12, bg5, putting pressure on black's knight on g4. At move 13, black decides to castle on the kingside with 13, b7, and white responds with 14, fx g4, creating an isolated pawn on black's f-file. The game continues with 14, nx g4, where black sacrifices their knight, opening up the h-file for their rook. White takes the knight with 15, bx e7, and black responds with 15, rd e8, putting pressure on white's e-pawn. At move 16, we see white retreating their bishop to h2, possibly preparing to castle on the queenside. Black continues with 16, f6, preventing any potential g5 by white's pawn. The game continues with 17, nb5 kb8, where black defends their bishop on g4 and prepares to put their queen on b5. White responds with 18, bf7, forcing black to trade their bishop with 18, ref8. At move 19, we see black's queen finally coming into the game with 19, qx b5, attacking white's bishop on g6. White responds with 20, qx g4, taking black's pawn on b2. Black responds with 20, qx b2, creating a potential threat on white's king. White seems to be in trouble, and at move 21, black sacrifices their rook with 21, fx g5, opening up the f-file for their queen. The game continues with 22, bx g5 rx f1 plus 23, kx f1 qx a1 plus 24, kf2 qx a2, where black's queen puts more pressure on white's position. At move 25, we see white's last desperate attempt to attack with 25, key 3, but it seems too little too late. Black responds with 25, qx c2, attacking white's queen. Finally, at move 26, we see the beautiful checkmate with 26, Rh3. Black played an excellent game and demonstrated some tactical strategy to win the game. In conclusion, the game started with the open game and moved on to the 4 knights game opening. White made an aggressive move by castling kingside, but it backfired as Black created a strong pawn structure and centralized their pieces. Black's tactical move on the 11th turn, sacrificing a pawn to gain position, gave them a good advantage throughout the game. White was unable to defend and made some inaccuracies that allowed Black to gain further control of the board. In the end, Black players' brilliant combination of pieces led to a stunning checkmate with their rook on the 26th turn, which resulted in a victory for them. One lesson we can learn from this game is the importance of controlling the center of the board. Throughout the game, Black consistently aimed to control the center and develop their pieces in a coordinated manner, while White failed to do so effectively. This allowed Black to gain a material advantage and ultimately deliver a decisive checkmate. Additionally, the game highlights the dangers of leaving one's king exposed without adequate protection, as White's king was ultimately trapped and unable to escape checkmate. Overall, this game serves as a reminder of the fundamental principles of chess and the importance of executing them effectively. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed watching and learned something new about the game of chess. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep playing and honing your skills. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more fantastic chess content. And if you have any suggestions for future videos or just want to chat about the game, leave a comment down below. Until next time, keep striving for checkmate and I'll see you in the next video.